Imagine a prison so impenetrable, so horrifying, that even the laws of physics dare not challenge it. A place where the worst criminals in the cosmos, the warlords, the planet killers, the rogue AIs that defied their creators, are sent to vanish forever. This is Oblivion 1, a maximum security penitentiary built not on a planet, but inside a black hole. It is a place whispered about in the darkest corners of the galaxy, a prison where escape is impossible. Once you are sentenced to Oblivion 1, you don't just disappear from civilization. You disappear from reality itself. No one has ever returned. No one has even tried. Because in a black hole, time doesn't move forward. It collapses. But what if I told you that someone did escape? The arrival of the damned in. The furthest reaches of space, beyond the last mapped star systems, a colossal spacecraft drifts toward a swirling abyss of darkness. The Void Runner, an intergalactic transport ship carrying the universe's most feared criminals, shudders as it nears its final destination. Singularity Gate 9, the entrance to Oblivion 1. Inside, the prisoners sit in silence, shackled, drugged, their identities wiped from history. Among them is Vile Xiphon, a rogue scientist accused of committing crimes so horrific that his name alone was erased from the Galactic Archive. They say he broke the unbreakable, bent the very fabric of time itself. But now, his mind is blank. His memories fragmented. He only remembers one thing, sir. You must not go inside. The voice echoes in his skull, but whose voice is it? A warning? A hallucination? As the ship nears the event horizon, alarms blare. A voice booms over the intercom. All prisoners prepare for quantum transit. You are no longer part of this universe. The words send a chill through the doomed. Souls on board. They're about to be swallowed by the black hole, their bodies transported to the singularity prison beyond time. No one knows how it works. No one questions it, because questioning Oblivion 1 is a death sentence in itself, a prison beyond time. The guards of Oblivion 1 are not human. They are sentinels, biomechanical constructs forged in the cores of dying stars. They do not think. They do not feel. Their only purpose, to ensure that no prisoner ever returns. As the Void Runner passes the event horizon, space itself warps, twisting into impossible shapes. The ship is stretched, compressed, rewritten in an instant, then silence. The universe, outside, is gone, replaced by something unnatural. Oblivion 1 is not a facility. It is a floating labyrinth of shattered realities, torn from dead galaxies and fused together in a prison that should not exist. Each section is a different horror, a planet-sized cage, a time-looping cell, a dimension where the walls scream. No one dies here, not truly. Time moves differently in the prison, and that is why the sentence is eternal. Vile Xiphon regains consciousness, but something is wrong. The moment he steps into the prison, something deep within his mind awakens. A forgotten memory, a secret buried inside him, and then a whisper. You have been here before. The first glitch, he stumbles, the world around him flickering. The other prisoners march forward in a trance, their bodies adjusting to the anomaly of the prison. But Viel, he sees something different. The walls, shifting, unstable. The sentinels, glitching for a fraction of a second, as if they aren't real. And then he remembers. This isn't the first time he has been sent here. He has escaped before. But if that's true, why is he back? And then the final, most terrifying question hits him. If escape is impossible, then what exactly did he escape from? Vile Xiphon stands frozen in the shifting corridors of Oblivion 1, his heart pounding as fragments of memories flicker through his mind like static on a broken transmission. He has been here before. He has escaped before. Then why is he back? The other prisoners shuffle forward, their eyes vacant, their minds dulled by whatever force governs this place. But Viel is different. His mind resists. He feels it. Something embedded deep within him, something trying to break free. A low mechanical hum echoes through the corridor. The sentinels are coming, the guardians of the singularity, towering figures. Of obsidian and pulsing energy, the sentinels patrol the prison like spectral enforcers of some cosmic law. Their bodies are seamless, formless, shifting between matter and light as they move. They do not question. They do not hesitate. They exist to ensure one thing: no prisoner leaves. One of them stops, turns, and locks onto Vial. For a moment, the entire corridor trembles, as if reality itself is acknowledging him. Inmate 001, you are out of alignment. The words ripple through the space around him, bending the air itself. The other prisoners do not react. They cannot hear it. This message is for him alone. Vial clenches his fists. His memories are still fragmented, but he knows one thing for certain: he cannot let them take him, not again. Because whatever they did to him last time, it didn't work. Prisoner without a past veil runs. The corridors twist and stretch as if they are alive, but his instincts guide him. He remembers these pathways, remembers the turns, the hidden gaps in space where the sentinels cannot see. Someone had shown him before. Someone had helped him escape. Who? As he reaches the edge of the corridor, he sees it, an anomaly in the prison structure, a tear in the fabric of space. It shimmers like a glitch in a simulation, a gap in the illusion of reality. He steps closer, and then a hand reaches through from the other side, the stranger in the rift. The hand pulls him through. Vial tumbles into darkness, weightless, free-falling, through an abyss that has no end. Voices whisper around him, echoes from a past that doesn't belong to him. They erased you. You are not who you think you are. A sudden jolt. Vial slams onto solid ground, gasping for breath. A figure looms over him, cloaked in shadow, its face obscured by a shifting mask of stardust. Its voice is distorted, as if speaking across 1,000 lifetimes. You have been here for longer than you know. Vial's body trembles. He wants to speak, but something in his throat refuses to let the words out. The figure kneels beside him, whispering the words that shatter everything. He thought he knew. You are not a prisoner, Vial. You are the key. The shadows around him pulse. The walls of reality begin to crack, and for the first time since entering Oblivion 1, Vial remembers what he truly is. Vial's breathing is ragged as the words echo in his mind. You are not a prisoner. You are the key. The shadows swirl around the masked figure, its presence warping the space between them. The prison's walls groan, as if the very fabric of reality is rejecting its existence. Vial's mind fractures and realigns, memories rushing in like a tidal wave. But they don't belong to him, at least not in the way he remembers. Because Vial Xiphon is not a criminal. He was never supposed to be here. The architect of the black hole. Prisoner vision sears into his mind, an enormous Dyson sphere suspended at the event horizon of a black hole, an impossible construct built by a civilization older than the universe itself. The prison was not created by the Galactic Order. It was not the work of any empire, federation, or alliance. It was built by something else, something beyond time, beyond matter, a force that understood the very laws of existence and knew how to break them. Vial sees glimpses of it now. The prison was never meant to hold criminals. It was built to contain something else, something so dangerous, so uncontrollable, that the only way to imprison it was to trap it outside of reality itself, and that something was him, the purpose of Oblivion. Vial staggers back, his body shaking. No, that's impossible. The masked figure watches him, unblinking. You were never meant to leave, Vial, because if you do, the universe itself may not survive. His head throbs with sudden pain. More memories, buried deeper, hidden beneath layers of manipulation. He sees flashes of cosmic wars, of dying stars collapsing under an unseen force. Armies of sentient beings reduced to nothing, not by weapons. Not by war, but by him. Vial was never a prisoner. He was the warden, and something inside him was meant to stay locked away forever. The forgotten war, another memory surfaces, an ancient conflict known only as the Singularity War. A battle fought, not with ships or weapons, but with reality itself. It was not a war between species, not a struggle for power. It was a war against something that should never have existed, an entity that could manipulate existence at will, bending time, space, and energy as if it were nothing. It was not a being. It was a force, a paradox, and the only way to contain it was to bind it to something. Someone, Vael clutches his head. The truth is unbearable. He is not just the prisoner. He is the cage. And now something is trying to set him free. The rift opens, a deep rumble shakes the prison. The space around them fractures as a massive tear in reality begins to form. Vael feels it, a presence awakening inside him. The masked figure reaches out. You must make a choice. The air crackles with unstable energy. The sentinels descend. From above, their bodies shifting like liquid shadows. The prison is collapsing, the locks are failing. And Vael knows, if he chooses wrong, the universe may not survive what comes next. The rift grows wider. It isn't just a tear in space, it's a wound in existence itself. Through the chasm, Vael sees glimpses of a universe where the laws of physics no longer apply. Galaxies stretch and collapse like breathing lungs, stars flicker in and out of existence, and creatures of pure energy swim through the void. The masked figure grips Vael's wrist. You don't have much time. Above them, the sentinels descend, their hollow voices vibrating through the dying prison. Containment breach imminent, termination protocol engaged, the walls tremble. The prison's artificial gravity falters, and Vael realizes this place is self-destructing. Whatever the prison was meant to contain, the system would rather destroy everything than risk letting it escape. And Vael is standing at the center of it all, the truth beneath the mask. The masked figure pulls Vael through the collapsing corridor, weaving through the shifting walls as reality distorts. Who are you? Vael demands. The figure hesitates, and then the mask dissolves. Beneath it is Vael's own face, but not him. Not exactly. The reflection speaks in a voice not quite his own. I am the part of you they erased. Vael stumbles back. That's not possible. His doppelganger tilts its head. Not possible? You of all people should know that possibility is an illusion. The walls around them flicker, solid, then liquid, then vapor. The prison is losing its grip on reality. Listen to me, the other Vael says, stepping closer. They split you in two. One part, the prison. The other, the key. His eyes darken. They thought that if they erased your memory, if they made you think you were just another prisoner, you would never try to escape. Vael's mind reels. It makes too much sense. The gaps in his memories, the way the prison reacted to him, the way the sentinels spoke to him differently than the others. He was never a prisoner. He was the fail-safe, and now someone or something wants him whole again. The sentinels' final command. The sentinels reach them. Their bodies shift, their hollow eyes glowing with unreadable calculations. Inmate 001, they intone in unison. You must comply. Vael feels something pulling at his mind, a force beyond words. They are trying to shut him down. The other Vael grips his shoulder. Resist. If they take control, you'll forget everything all over again. But the pressure is unbearable. The air thickens. His limbs turn to stone. The sentinels are rewriting him. Memories vanish. His identity fragments. His mind begins to collapse. And then he makes a choice. The collapse of oblivion. Vael reaches out, grabs the hand of his other self, and pulls. A blinding surge of energy erupts between them. The prison shrieks as if it were a living thing. The sentinels recoil, their forms twisting in agony. Reality shatters, and Vael, the real Vael, remembers. Everything. The power that had been locked away floods through him. The prison was never built to contain criminals. It was built to contain him, because his power could unravel the very fabric of existence. He was the last of his kind, a species that could manipulate reality itself. A species that had nearly destroyed the universe before it was wiped out. And now he is free. The walls of the prison implode, pulled into the black hole's event horizon. The sentinels scream as they are erased from existence, and Vael steps into the rift. Vial steps through the rift and everything changes. The moment his body crosses the threshold, the laws of physics collapse. Time unravels. Space twists into incomprehensible shapes. He is no longer in the prison, but he is also not anywhere else. This place, if it can even be called that, is a void between realities. A liminal space where universes are born and die, and he is at its center. The architects of the multiverse, then, they appear beings of impossible design, towering forms of shifting light and dark, their bodies made of galaxies and nebulae. They speak, not with words, but with concepts, ideas, thoughts that pierce Vial's mind like celestial spears. You were never meant to return. Vial stares at them, the weight of his restored identity pressing against his skull. Then why did you imprison me instead of destroying me? The beings remain silent, but Vial understands. They couldn't destroy him, because his power is part of everything. He is not just a prisoner. He is not just a god. He is the keystone of reality itself, a choice that will decide everything. The architects shift. They're cosmic, bodies writhing as they prepare to act. Vial can feel it. They are going to undo him, not imprison him, not erase his memory. This time, they will unmake him completely. He has only one chance, only one option. And so, he reaches out. Not to fight, not to run, but to reshape reality itself. The rebirth of the universe power floods through Vial's veins. The multiverse fractures, splitting into infinite possibilities. He sees every version of himself. In one universe, he is a god, worshipped by civilizations that do not know his name. In another, he is a myth, whispered in the dark corners of a dying world. In yet another, he never existed at all. And then, he sees the truth. This was always meant to happen. The prison was not a punishment. It was a test, to see if he would destroy, or if he would create. Vial clenches his fists, his power surging. The architects recoil, unable to stop what is coming, and with a single thought, he remakes everything. The black hole collapses, the prison vanishes, and the universe is born anew, the legend of the forgotten god. No one remembers Oblivion, one. No one remembers the Sentinels. No one remembers the prisoner who was once the most dangerous being in existence. But if you listen, if you look closely at the fabric of reality itself, you might find whispers, a cosmic shadow in the corner of the universe, a hidden force guiding fate in ways no one can understand. Somewhere, in the vast and infinite expanse of existence, Vial still watches. And he is waiting. What do you think? What if this isn't just a story? What if reality as we know it is just another version of the prison? And what if someone, somewhere, is trying to break free? Tell me, do you believe the universe has secrets we are not meant to know? Let's discuss in the comments. And if you love unraveling the mysteries of the cosmos, subscribe to XenoChronicles for more mind-bending explorations.